What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Unearthly Duo. I'm Jerome.
And I'm Nick.
I was totally gonna go. I'm Jerome, and I'm Nick.
You were going to say, this is the big bopper speaking.
Today, kind of last minute, I found some Game of Thrones theories. So we'll talk about some Game of Thrones theories, and then we'll basically just talk about what we got into for the week. We don't have.
What about Hogan's Heroes?
I ixnayed that. Yeah, I put a thing on Facebook. Thanks for all the people who
Responded?
reached out. Usually, we don't get a response on there until after we film the podcast.
Usually you do put it out about 4 seconds before we
I
do
put it out like 3-4 hours before we did
That's
this podcast.
true.
And
Maybe try a day before.
Maybe that's probably helpful. So I did have to Google one thing on here because the very first theory has a name that I didn't recognize.
Oh.
So, well, I guess I didn't. I just mentioned we're talking about Game of Thrones. We're talking about theories for season 8. We already did a video on this a while back, but I was just scrolling through Reddit waiting for us to do this podcast, and I saw these and I thought, oh, that'd be interesting to talk about, especially because like now 2019, the year of Game of Thrones, it's gonna end, so it might be kind of fun to do a little podcast about it.
Okay.
I did make you watch a video too beforehand. We'll get to that. I think it's at the very end of the list. The first one is that Jon is Azor Ahai. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I googled that because I didn't know what that was, and it says it's a legendary guy with the flaming sword and all this shit. You probably know more about that. So do you see that being a possibility?
Yeah. Like the prince who's promised? Is that what
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is?
basically.
Yeah, because he's got the fire and ice. He's got
Yeah.
the Targaryen and the Stark blood and stuff. I mean, I think that's something where he could just be that, and they don't have to necessarily say that that's him. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it's kind of like it'll just be there. It won't really get an explanation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the one here that I was like, I don't know, because I don't know much about that.
Yeah, it's in previous stories and.
The next one on here is that Daenerys will die. Maybe she will be Nissa and give her life to make Longclaw the sword to defeat the Night King. Do you know what that means?
No.
I didn't get that either. I read those first two and I was like, yeah, I don't know.
I think you lost me at Nissa.
Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna Google that beforehand, but I was like, I don't really know. I thought maybe you'd know.
I mean, that's the mom thing that they called it, right?
I don't know.
Why are you bringing up shit we don't
I don't know. Those are the two things. I thought you might know. You read the books, fucker. Have you read the book we got you for Christmas yet?
What are you, crazy?
Yeah, I don't know. I've been playing too much Madden. My name's Nick. Always do the ball, catch the ball, touchdown.
That catching the ball, I didn't do so good last game.
Yeah. The next one, this is one of my favorite theories. Bran is the Night King. That's just written on here because this is a guy said that this is his favorite theories, by the way, of like.
Oh.
Next season.
Why do you want
Bran
him to be
is
the Night King?
I because one, it involves kind of his time travel stuff, and I really like that because I'm a time travelaholic. I watched Back to the Future 2 last night.
That's not something you should say out loud.
But I just think that'd be really cool if he was the Night King. I think it'd be an interesting
You think it'd
story.
be cool if he was the bad guy of the whole thing?
Yeah. Like a little boy that got pushed out of a tree because incest, not a tree, of a building, because incest was happening.
He did get pushed
became
out of a
like
tree
the
by
cool-
his mom in his dream, so that's what you were thinking of, right?
Yeah, I guess, yeah. I don't know, that this tree came out. Trees seem natural. But I just feel like that, like a little fucking cripple boy becomes like fucking the Night King, like dragon taking down walls and shit like that. I feel like that'd be cool.
I don't like it.
Really?
No,
You know, I don't like you.
So he's the Night King and the Three-Eyed Raven? Is he anything else?
He could be Anthony Hopkins.
What?
I don't know. You just asked if he could be anything else.
I mean, you know, so that'd be like...
I mean, Jon Snow's Jon Snow and something Targaryen.
No, yet he's not.
Yeah, they read it in a book.
What?
He read it in a book.
Who read it in a book?
Sam and
Actually, Gilly.
and Bran knew. Gilly had her baby.
Yeah, but no one else knows.
Yeah, but they're gonna tell people.
What are they gonna do? Like, they should get
They'll
one of those
they'll
airplanes?
They'll send him a raven. Right
Oh,
as he's,
you know
right
what?
as he's coming in his aunt, a raven's gonna land on their ship, and he's gonna go, "Oh, that's awkward."
Wow.
So like,
You know those planes that like fly and have messages on the back?
those weren't invented yet.
Well, you just tie it to the dragon.
Okay.
And
Oh,
have
it's the dragons. The dragons do smoke in the air above their boat that they're banging on. He looks out the window after he goes out for a smoke break after he just banged his aunt, and he sees
stop saying
he
banging?
sees written in the sky, "She's our aunt, Jon Snow. By the way, your name's not Jon Snow. It's this that I forget."
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
You know nothing, Jon Snow. He's like, "What?" Yeah, and then the dragon goes back and spells out what it is. And that could be it. I like that.
Yeah, that's not stupid at all.
I don't. How do we get to there from? Oh, because I said he's got the two names of the Night King. But I think the Night King thing will. I think that's a very interesting theory.
Yeah, I just don't like it. I mean, it's cool. You like it, but
Mhm.
I just, I don't know. Like, for one, I think the Night King has to be like old because he was like. I mean,
Well, he's still old.
but we see him get killed by the children.
Yeah, and Bran goes back into that guy's head and gets stuck there. See, that's what I think is cool. 'Cause he gets stuck there and he's the Night King.
I don't think he gets stuck there. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, the lady turns him in the little children of the corn turns him into the Night King, and Bran gets stuck inside him trying to stop the whole thing.
Then why did he get stuck in Hodor?
Because Hodor didn't get turned into the Night King.
Why
If,
didn't he
If Hodor became the Night King, then he would have been stuck in Hodor. I think it's the fact that they stuck that fucking wooden spear thing into him and changed him and created him into this weird magical thing that made him get stuck in there, like time traveling back. And then because maybe he was there for a while, because like remember how they say you can get stuck and shit like that. They briefly mentioned that. I think that's like maybe because I even like the theory of him. Like I'm hoping at least if this theory is true, that what they do is in this next season, like he goes back and he's in the Mad King. And then he's like, "Oh, burn them all!" And like that's because of that. And then he travels back even farther to try to stop the White Walkers. And then him trying to stop it, he gets stuck in there, and that creates everything. I think that's just a cool story.
But why would he go in there in the first place?
To try to stop he's like, "Hey, children, don't do this. You're gonna oh fuck!" And then it happens anyways. Like to try to stop the children of what are they called?
Children of the Forest.
Children of the Forest. To stop.
If you'd stop calling them Children of the
I know,
Corn,
but
then you
stuck
wouldn't.
in my head. But to stop them from creating the White Walkers in the first place, like, hey, you dumb cunts, don't do this. And then, but time.
But him trying to stop
time
it makes it
happened-
happen.
No, it just happens anyways. Like it's always meant to happen, and they're just like, "Fuck you, you crazy bastard!" And they stab him in the chest, and all that happens. I think that's interesting. Now, you don't think that's cool? Not one party is like that's cool.
No,
Wow, what a cocksmoker!
I don't like that. Like, so, like it.
No wonder you don't play Red Dead. You don't like good things. You don't like good things, Nick Snow.
No, look, I try to say something, then you're like, yeah, yeah, and you get all pissy.
I've never interrupted you once in my life. Name
You've-
one time.
The last 14 times.
We're only going 8 minutes. How many times do you think I've interrupted you?
14. I just said it.
Oh, okay.
15 now.
16. Well, no. What were you gonna say?
I don't know. I forgot.
Yeah, and I said.
You distracted me.
I said. So you don't think any part of this is cool?
No, not really.
So since we're talking about this for so long, can I reuse the same thumbnail as last time? Think anybody will catch on?
Doubt
Of
it.
Bran and the Night King? I'll just change the Unearthly Duo logo part.
I mean, here's the thing. I didn't write the show.
You didn't?
No, so I don't.
Oh,
So I don't have any choice in the matter, and like, so I'm not gonna be like, oh man, that sucks, or oh, I wish they would have made more dragons, whatever. You know what I mean? So I hate people that do that, but
Now I really hope you get to the end of the series and your only complaint is, I wish they made more dragons.
I mean, if the Targaryens could fuck, why can't dragons?
That's true.
But I don't want that to happen, and I did want, like, the whole time reading the books and the whole time watching the show, I wanted Jon's mom and dad to be
the
who they are.
yeah.
And so that theory came true, but that was almost pretty obvious. Like, I felt like, but it was just never confirmed.
It wasn't in the show, but that's because I felt like it wasn't even really a question until a certain point.
Right.
Like I only ever thought about it because of you,
Yeah.
but and then I was like, oh yeah, he said that. That made me feel smart in there just because you told me, and I was like, oh, the show, I knew that before you guys.
Well, I mean, yeah, in the book it's a bigger thing, but like there's plenty of hints. They're just not obvious.
Yeah, like because we're rewatching it, which you should go check out our podcast, Random Ramblings. We watch Game of Thrones.
We talk about Game of Thrones at least 5 minutes of the show.
Yeah. But like rewatching it, there is some like you'll like mention it. You're like, oh, why do you think they said that to Hess? And he's like, well, I don't know. Jon Snow.
Yeah.
But yeah, there is little hints when you already know the answer, you can go back and kind of see things like that.
Which is really cool.
Yeah. So I'll go to the next one. The next one on the list is that Jaime will die in Brienne's arms. How likely do you think that is of happening?
What if Brienne dies in Jaime's? I mean, I don't. You feel like everyone's gonna die. Not everyone, but a lot of people are gonna die.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
But I mean,
I don't want that to happen. I want them to like kiss and go off on a farm and live happily ever after.
That shit's not gonna happen.
Why not? And then as they look up in the sky and they're kissing, a dragon flies by and spells the end in the sky. Yeah, and then all of a sudden Tyrion pops on and goes, that's all, folks.
I could see it happening, but I mean, I don't even like. Why is that even a theory?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like he could just be like, well, I'm not with Cersei anymore. She's a bitch. And then she'd be like, oh, okay.
I hope he punches Cersei in the face with his golden hand.
Yeah. Oh, there was more I read. Because you know how last time we did this, we read the theory that she's going to give birth to an imp?
Oh, kinda.
And I read a thing that went on that Jaime will be the one to kill her because he impregnated her with his child. It'll be an imp and they'll kill her during childbirth.
Oh, that goes back to your theory that it was Tywin's fault.
Yeah. So then that'll confirm that a little bit too.
I don't agree with that.
That
That's
Tywin
dumb.
killed the wife, not Tyrion, by coming in his wife. But that'll be the way that Jaime kills her, is by giving her an imp baby.
That's lame.
I feel like that is a little lame because then you have to think like, oh, I guess he kind of killed her.
Yeah, if you gotta guess that someone kind of killed, like, no.
Yeah.
Cut her-
Although, I see it that way, but Tywin did kill the wife just because he's blaming Tyrion.
Whatever.
I
I can't wait for Cersei to die. We have.
I'm hoping it's as satisfying as I want it to be.
I think it will be.
I hope so too.
Even if she could literally just get hit by a car, even though there's not cars there.
That'd be cool.
and it'd
It's
be
a
sad.
DeLorean.
It'd be great. Is like say like so at the end of the show, they defeat the Night King, which I don't know how the fuck they're
They
gonna do
defeat
that.
Bran. You mean?
They defeat Bran and his dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Like if he's the Night King, couldn't he just cheat on him and be like, oh, I know what he's thinking, and then just kill him?
Well, as we discussed in our last podcast, the Night King knows shit too already, so he could do that anyways.
Yeah, see that it doesn't make sense for that. It'd be like Darth Vader fighting himself in a mirror.
No,
I
kind of.
So they defeat the White Walkers and the Night King somehow. There's a few people left, but Cersei's still queen.
Mm-hmm.
And then a bus runs her over.
That's just how it ends.
Yeah.
No, we don't give a fucking. We're making Star Wars.
And then it
movies.
goes to black like Sopranos.
That'd be kind of cool. This next theory I actually really like. It's that the Hound will lose the fight between him and the Mountain, but Arya shows up and then they kill the Mountain together. I think that, like, if that happened, I don't know how the fuck that would even, like, go about, but I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind
I would
that.
like, because, like, they both liked each other, like, we were watching it, we talked about that in another podcast.
Yeah.
I think that'd be really cool for them to, like, team back up one last time and beat up the Mountain.
Yeah, I mean, he is on our list.
Yeah.
I don't know if Zombie Mountain is on our list.
I feel like he's kind of grandfathered into that.
Okay.
He's got to be. But I think that's cool. I don't know if that'll happen because it's kind of random.
I still wanted to kill Cersei, but as Jaime, and that kills two birds with one stone. That means Jaime killed her technically, and
yeah, and that she did too.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember when we were watching it, and I was like, "Oh, what if Arya does that?" And then
Yeah.
we were both like, "Oh, fuck, that better happen now."
Yeah.
And then that became like a huge theory on Reddit, and we did our video for that actually has a ton of views.
Oh, does it?
That was like was one of our first Game of Thrones videos we did.
Mm.
This next one is that we will finally know what Varys heard in the flames when he was castrated. What do you have any idea? Like what you think he heard?
Probably.
Ouch! Hey, your penis is gonna get cut off. Get out of here.
No, I don't know. I wonder if him and the Red Woman are gonna get into it.
Yeah, I could see that.
You know?
Do you think we're gonna see her all wicked self again?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, we should talk about it. I don't know if we talked about it in here. We kind of brought it up on the other podcast, but we had to be dodgy about it with Hess. That there's a scene, and I even looked it up. There's people that talked about this. There's a scene, it's season 4, I think, where she's taking a bath,
Yeah, I think it is 4.
and she has her fucking necklace off. And I texted you while I was watching. I was like, "Hey, I'm watching Game of Thrones right now, and she's taking a bath, and she doesn't have her necklace on." And it's like a 10-minute scene, and we're having a conversation and all this stuff. She gets out, gets dressed, and just doesn't have the necklace on. And then 2 seasons later, she takes the necklace off, and
she turns into like
and-
a tall Yoda.
into like a really disgusting old lady. And I saw people like trying to like
Defend
it on Reddit, and they're like, "It was just like symbolism when she took off her necklace. Like that didn't really do it." And I was like, "No, that's fucking stupid. They showed us her doing that.
Yeah.
If it was the other way around, they should have just had her be like, meh, and turn into an old woman."
Yeah, it was magic.
Yeah.
But I mean, Yeah.
I feel like, I mean, you kind of talked about this off camera,
They fucked up.
that I don't think they intended on showing her as an old woman, and then as they got closer, they're like, no, yeah, let's do it. And then, like, no one will notice that one scene until a couple of, assholes do a podcast and see it.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I mean, it's not a big deal. I mean, shit happens.
Yeah, I remember me and you were just like, does that mean anything? Like, is that, like, because
No.
this show doesn't have a lot, kind of like Westworld, this show is very minor on the plot holes.
Yeah.
And like, and if it is, you just kind of gotta look go because like they are pretty good.
Yeah.
But when something like that happens, you're like, was that on purpose or was that
not
a fuck
quite
up?
as bad as Westworld.
Yeah, because Westworld sometimes there's a plot hole, but that's because someone fucking forgot a memory, and you're gonna find out in 8 episodes what that means.
Yeah.
This next one is the reason I had you watch that video. This next theory is that Littlefinger is still alive. And what's funny is this guy he doesn't explain shit on here. He literally just says Littlefinger is still alive. And then in a reply, someone said, "Littlefinger's still alive." What the fuck? How do you figure that?
Mm-hmm.
And then he just linked him to that video I sent you. So the theory is basically that Littlefinger is a faceless man, and the woman he gives a coin to, I believe it's the episode that he dies in, was pretending to be him, and he's off somewhere and is still alive.
It's kind of cool.
That would be a really cool reveal.
But I don't know how they would pull that off.
I feel like if it does happen, it'll be like last episode or second to last episode shit where he just shows up and you're like, what the fuck? And then he's just like, whoo, and takes off his face and you're like, oh my God. Because like...
Yeah, the funny thing is, though, like, can't faceless men fight?
Well, yeah, but what do you mean?
Well, I mean, he's never won a fight.
Oh. Maybe that's part of his thing. Maybe he's a pacifist, faceless man.
I don't think they make those.
But I find that very interesting, especially because they showed the scene and they said that his grandfather or whatever was from Bravos.
Yeah. It's kind of cool.
That never occurred to me.
I didn't like the way he went out.
Yeah.
Even though I think what I thought they were trying to do is say like he's in the game, he's tricky, blah blah blah,
and then just no, they were smarter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember too. Like that storyline was like we loved last season, but that storyline for like 3 episodes was like, what the fuck is up with this? Like it's stupid. And then they kill me like, oh, I get it.
Yeah,
like, they were fucking with us too.
Yeah, I just think that was it. They outsmarted him and he's dead. I don't think that he's gonna like.
I would
reappear.
It would be cool because it would be very Littlefinger-y to be like they outsmarted, like to make them think they outsmarted him, but really he knew what was going on all along.
Yeah,
it'd be very
but like,
him.
how would he even know about Bran?
Yeah, see, it's stuff like...
And Bran would already know about him.
That's true. Bran
would
be like, I know at the end of this next fucking season you're going to take your face off.
Bran's like a cheat code.
Yeah, Bran's the people that read the books. And he's like, no, it doesn't happen. They didn't get a dragon under that water. He would know shit. So I guess that does...
I don't know if he has stuff like that.
That's my Bran impression. No, but you're right. That does kind of foil it a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's cool. I would like him to do that, but then even if he was like ta-da, then I'd want fuck.
If that happens, you better do that.
But then I'd still want Arya to kill him again. So I mean,
that'll be funny. He's like, and she's like, yeah, whatever. Get him needle.
Did you say get him needle?
Yeah, she talks
to her
not
a
like
dog.
That. She talks to her like that. It's weird. That's deleted scenes. Every season they cut out that scene because they think it's weird.
God, you talk a lot.
Another one I read about him while I was waiting for you to do the podcast is that...
How long were you waiting for me, pal?
I don't know. You were playing Madden. So let me see. What do they call him on here? I want to know the exact... Okay. They call him Little Stonefinger. Because they think that... It's because, they didn't do Lady Stoneheart. And,
so he's going to come back as a zombie?
They think he's going to be Lady Stoneheart. And he'll be... But is it like the Red God, I think I read on here, that resurrected her or whatever? Or the Red Light? Something red something.
Yeah, I think it was... I don't remember.
But it was something like that.
It's very weird.
That resurrected her. And they said this theory is that he's going to do that. And like he's going to be... in the end.
If I remember, it's been a long time since I read the book, and then I've watched all the I've watched the show like 8 times.
Overwrites shit.
Yeah, so shit goes in and out. But if I remember, like some of the stuff that ends in the season that we're currently watching in our podcast, which is season 5, are the cliffhangers for the books.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
yeah, because you said the last thing in the book is Jon Snow's dead.
Yeah, but book 3 and book 4 are at the same time.
Oh, okay.
So, which also makes it confusing.
Yeah.
Because, like, they literally, like, book 3 revolves around King's Landing. Book 4 is the other worlds.
Mm-hmm.
Because the book would have been this thick. But I believe, and I could be wrong, but I believe one of the other cliffhangers was Brienne was taking Jamie to Lady Stoneheart.
Oh, so she'd be taking him to Little Stonefinger.
Yeah, and who's gonna kill him? Now you're
Yeah.
thinking, well, don't kill him because like he did try to do good,
Yeah.
you know. But that bitch was killing a lot of people, like all the fucking.
It is
Freys
kind
and
of when you hear stuff like her character coming back and shit like that. You're wondering like, why didn't they do that on Game of Thrones, like the show?
It was weird though.
But like they do so much weird. Like I feel like that'd be very interesting. It makes me wonder like, did the actress not want to come back?
I don't. You know, just because something's in a book doesn't make it.
I
better.
guess it might. Maybe they thought the idea and it just wouldn't play.
It's just like
play
remember
good.
I've read all the shooter books, not all of them, but like
Most of 'em?
Most of them. There's that one he goes to
You
Japan,
say, yeah, he just uses a sword and shit.
and he becomes a samurai, and it took me forever to read that book, and I was like, what? And I'm not into guns or swords or any of that shit. I just
Mhm.
like to read the books that are good, and it just threw me off, and I didn't like it.
When you read the books, were you ever reading them at the point the show was on? Or no, were you done at that point?
I was done at that point.
Okay,
I might have read one.
I was gonna say, when you read it, did you picture the guy from the show, or do you picture Mark Wahlberg?
Oh, Mark Wahlberg the entire
okay.
time. Yeah.
So this next one, we don't have to talk about this much, I guess, 'cause I don't really have much. It's that Cersei will lose her baby and become mad after that. But I think she's already mad. She blew up a fucking entire city and shit. So I don't know how much more mad Cersei can get.
I mean, and she's lost 3 kids.
Yeah. So I feel like
I feel like you lose a 4th kid. Who cares?
at that point, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Do you know who Quaithe is?
No.
Yeah, I'm skipping that one.
Sounds familiar, but I don't. You're hitting me with these like off the top of my head, and I don't know what the hell.
Okay, that's basically it for the theories then. Yeah, there's one about Quaithe that we don't know what that is, so if someone knows what that is, you can comment down below. It's that Quaithe will appear again, and I hope she does because the storyline died. And that was I think Quaithe is that masked woman. I'm going to Google that real quick. I think it's that woman that we were trying to guess who the fuck she was, you know?
Oh, in like the 2nd season or what? First season?
Yeah, that's who Quaithe is. She's that masked woman. That she's going to appear again, and like we'll know who she is.
They better hope we know who she is. We can't even remember her fucking name.
It's true. It's funny. The only reason I read that, and I was like, wait a minute. I remember Googling that because I was trying to figure it out for our podcast.
Well, because I said because she was acting like Jagan Hagar.
Yeah.
But more feminine.
She was a feminine Jagan Hagar.
So would she be a faceless woman?
I mean, Arya's just a faceless man, isn't she? Is it a faceless man or the faceless men?
It should be faceless person.
Yeah, it should be. They're not really up with the times yet.
No.
Yeah, that's pretty back. But yeah, do you have any other theories on Game of Thrones? That's all I got. That's all I found on Reddit.
No, I'm not coming up with my own theories until we rewatch season 7.
Until we get to that point?
Yeah.
Okay. My favorite still is that Bran's the Night King. If that's the only thing that if Game of Thrones ends, I'd be like, oh man. Like I'm not gonna be mad, but like, darn, I wish that would have happened. But whatever, it's still good.
I feel like that's something that you would want.
Yeah, it's a total me theory.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoy that.
Tess thinks he's a host.
Yeah, probably.
Both of them.
Because Bran and the Night King don't cuddle with anybody. So
right.
why wouldn't he be a host?
Not even.
So what are we gonna talk about besides Game of Thrones theories?
Well, I had a little.
You had a little. So is this in Pleeka Pleasures? Or is this just a Nick story coming at you live?
It's just what happened to me last night. So
I guess we don't gotta put a fucking title on it. Whatever.
Well, not everything needs a fucking title, does it?
Did it pleasure you?
No.
Or did it scare the living hell out of you?
It didn't. Well, it scared me a little bit. Do you want me to just tell you, or you wanted to keep guessing, bitch?
Did it involve a pig?
It involved a pig.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, so last night, I went to bed about 11. You guys were in the room watching.
Yeah, we were watching. Yeah, when we get into Pleeka Pleasures, I watched the last episode of Series of Unfortunate Events.
Right. So, and I went to bed as you guys were watching that. And if you don't know, we have a pig.
And if you don't know, now you know.
Yeah. Anyways, so And when I go to bed, she goes to bed, basically. Right.
Sometimes she makes you go to bed.
That's happened. Yeah, like I think she wanted to go to bed before we came in here, and I was like, no, not yet. Fuck off.
It's 11:03. God, is this the latest we've done a podcast?
Yeah, luckily I didn't get up at 4 a.m.
I was like, fuck, I'm tired.
What time did you wake up? You're tired.
Yeah, I had a long day. I went to the movies.
Jesus Christ. So anyway, and it was kind of, she doesn't like to be cold, so she gets on the covers and she cuddles, right?
Yeah.
And she's warm, so I don't mind.
I remember I used to really hate when it was like she was really little and we were on winter break for school.
Mm-hmm.
You guys like it was because she was little. You guys would make us cuddle with her because she wasn't as much of a bitch now. Like it wasn't like her own person that she is now. So I remember being in my room.
You just call her a bitch?
Kinda, yeah.
Fuck
I had to throw
off.
that in there. But I used to hate cuddling with her because like she'd stay and she'd cuddle for a little bit, then she'd move and go and like fucking nudge your leg and shit and make you move, and you're like, okay, fine.
Well, that's kind of what happens. Well, so I guess last night I was tired. I fell asleep, and she was sleeping next to me, and she was using my leg as a pillow, basically.
Which I can't imagine that's comfortable for the whole night.
For who? Me or her?
For you. Well, for her too, because you got some bony legs.
Why do I have bony legs?
Well, because you're human. Like it's not like you got like fucking like athlete's legs that are like pure muscle, and she's like, yeah, this is
they're pure muscle.
It's like a Tempur-Pedic pillow, bitch.
No, well, so I think she's cold, and she wants me to touch. Like if I don't touch her, she bitches, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So, but normally what will happen is she'll sleep on me for a little bit, and then I'll get need to move, and I'll turn over. So, but apparently last night I fell asleep, and before I went to bed, I drank that Diet Mountain Dew liter. So I was like, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, maybe. Mom was in bed, which is funny because we have is it king size bed, queen size bed? I don't know. It's a pretty big ass bed.
Yeah. They could fit probably 6 people in there.
Me and Phoebe sleep on like this much, and then she gets like this much.
Yeah, it's not really fair.
Well, and it's because the way we lay, it's not like she's doing stuff. But so I go to get up, and like you know how like she's done it before, where she like laid on my arm, and like you wake up in the middle of the night to sleep. So she was sleeping on my leg, and I go to stand up, and like my knee hurt. Like I got to stand up, and like I was like, "Ow, fuck!" And like I yelled it. Like I'm surprised I didn't wake you up because like I didn't. I expected it to be like sore and like when you move,
like when you like that numbing feeling, like when you're
and because it was like stiff, it like hurt to straighten out my leg. So like I did that, and I was like, "Ah, fuck!" So then but I had to pee, so I get up, and by the time I got to the toilet, it didn't hurt anymore, but it really hurt when I got up. So then I'm getting ready to pee, right? So like I pull like my I have like sweatpants on. I pull out my stuff,
Johnson,
and then I'm like, I don't feel so good, and like I felt like really weak. Now, she might have cut off my circulation or something. I don't know. But then, I also we got in the gym that night. Remember, I didn't eat dinner.
Yeah, you were gonna go to Target and you're like, yeah, I don't wanna. Let's go home and eat. We have food at home that I could eat, and then you didn't. You played Madden and watched.
Well, and then remember
you watched Rundown, and you watched Uncle Buck, and then you didn't.
I
eat
did
dinner.
not watch Uncle Buck. I watched Trains, Planes, and Automobiles.
Yeah.
Well, and then
Isn't
remember
it Planes, Trains, and Automobiles?
That's what I tried to spit out, but it came out. So yeah, so like I didn't eat. I didn't drink any water. I didn't eat, and I just felt like not good. And I remember kind of like putting my hand on the bathroom, like on the sink. And I was like, whew, I don't know about this. And the next thing I know, I wake up at the foot of the bed. Like,
I
fainted.
You
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Like, I was laying, I like wake up.
So hold on.
No.
A pig laying on your leg made you faint?
I don't know.
Are you an 87-year-old woman?
I don't know what that has to do with it.
Are you Marsha on a hike?
I don't know what the fuck happened. That was the point. So then, like, I'm laying on the floor, and, like, the bed is, like, right here. I'm like, I'll just lay here then. That's what I'm thinking, right? So, but then I have no idea how I got there, really. Like it was like I fucking just appeared there. And then I'm like, did I pee? Like, because I was worried. Because that's what I was getting ready to do.
Did you pee yourself?
No.
Oh, okay, good.
But my pants were still down.
Oh, I wish I would have heard that and walked in. That'd have been hilarious.
But, like, they weren't down, like, all the way. Just enough to go pee. So I get up and pull my pants up. And then Mom goes, what are you doing? And then by this time...
You know she heard you fall and went, whatever. We rolled over and back to sleep. And then,
totally.
And then eventually she's like, wow, he's still in bed? What are you doing?
Oh, no, it was angry, too. What are you doing? And, like...
Isn't it always?
I stand up, and, like, I had a sweatshirt on.
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't cold anymore. Like, I could just feel the sweat pouring off me. So I took the sweatshirt off, and she goes, what are you doing? And I go, I don't know. Because I didn't know. And then I peed, and then I crawled back into bed. Like, and literally, like, I, like, kind of flopped, and, like, I just got under the covers, and was like, all right, I'm just going to sleep this out. And then I woke up about 4 a.m. when the alarm went off, and I'm fine now. No idea what happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've never fainted or anything. The closest I've come to that is I've, like, CJ learned how to choke someone out in judo, and he did that, and then he made me pass out, and I woke up.
Well, man, that's kind of the same thing. No one choked me out, though.
Oh, yeah, but mine was, like, intentional. He's like, hey, can I choke you out? And I was like, yeah, sure. And then, I woke up and, like...
Who says yes to that?
Well, he knew how to do it, and I trusted him.
You trusted... How old were you?
I don't know. We were in middle school. Yeah, that's the but like, what I'm saying is like he held me and then brought me down and then whatever.
I understand.
You literally felt like you could have hit your head and cracked your head open and shit.
Oh, easily. And then
so how supportive is your wife if you fall down on the
very no.
You could have hit your head and she wouldn't have even known. You would have died on the floor.
I would have. Yeah, I would have bled out.
And she would have got up and went, I gotta fucking mop the floor.
Totally.
And then called the police after to clean up the mess or something.
She probably went to jail for not helping me.
Yeah. Do you think Phoebe would have been arrested?
I don't think she meant to.
It would
have
been funny if you woke up because Phoebe was at the end of the bed, like grunting at you.
Now, see, I don't know if that was the reason or if that was a coincidence.
I don't know why that would make you faint.
Well,
For the
I told someone,
I feel like your leg falling asleep.
I told someone at work, they're like, so they cut off circulation, and I was like, oh, I didn't think of that. But I like, would that happen? He's like, I don't know, and I'm like, oh, all right. Are you gonna Google it?
I'm gonna Google. What should I Google for that?
Fuck if I know.
Can cutting off the circulation? Was it your thigh? Is that what you'd call it?
It was probably my calf more than anything, because she's probably laying underneath my knee, using my calf as like a pillow. But like normally I just like roll over and then she kind of grunts and then just kind of like lays next to me. But apparently last night we were tired.
All right, I Googled fainting and loss of consciousness. Well, I Googled can cutting off circulation to your calf make you faint. Can you faint due to stress? Can your adrenaline faint? Do you stop breathing when you faint? Well, okay. I'm clicking on this. That's a Health Day website. It says many people feel lightheaded every once in a while, so lightheaded that they may faint. That is passing out momentarily. Fainting is not the same as being asleep or unconscious. When a person faints, it is usually temporarily, and the person can be revived. Oh, you were revived. You're like a fucking dude in Zombies.
Well, I was, yeah, if I had the self-revive thing, because no one was coming to help me.
That's true. In a few minutes. Someone who is unconscious, however, won't respond to attempts to be revived. An unconscious person can't cough or whatever. I don't care about that. I want to know.
Well, here's the thing, too.
It doesn't say anything about the circulation. It just says warning signs is... I guess you said you were lightheaded, though, when you woke up.
Yeah, I was super.
So it could have just been that and, like, you're old and...
You say I'm old.
Yeah, well, it's like, you know, people, this says, like, you get old and you're lightheaded and your body can't take it and you faint.
No.
Oh.
But here's the thing. So I text Mom this morning, and I'm like, hey, are you up? Because it was like 8 o'clock, and I'd been up for fucking 4 hours. And she's like, yeah. And then I go, so I think I fainted last night. And she's like, I was going to ask you about that. I was like,
she was like, I saw you on the floor. I didn't really know what you were doing.
Well, then, so I said, well, I explained to her what happened because she didn't know. She thought I was drinking. I don't know where she thought
She thought, like, you got up in the middle of the night, drank, and then passed out or something?
Yeah, and got, like, super drunk. Even though I was in the same room and I was talking.
Feeling faint can include dizziness, lightheadedness, and nausea. Some people faint because they've suddenly constricted their artery and it's in their neck. Never mind. I thought that was just saying like it cut off the circulation somewhere.
I mean, I don't know, but so as I'm telling her, and she's like, oh yeah, she goes, you were kind of funny when I asked you what you were doing. I was like, yeah, because I didn't know what's going on, and you're like,
Yeah, I was just unconscious and fucking. Plus, you had to have hit your head when you fell down.
yeah. So, but she goes, are you sore? And I'm like, no. But like, I don't even know.
Because she wanted to make she got up and kicked you a couple times.
Well, no. So
She
I'm
wanted to be like, you don't remember that, right?
well, because she said, well, I don't remember any of it. So she said that I hit the bed and then fell over, and then I coughed. So I don't know.
It says you can't cough when I just Googled it. She's lying. I think she.
I think that's when I woke up because I kind of remember coughing.
I think she beat you up.
I don't remember falling or leaving the bathroom. That's the weird part. Because the bathroom's here and then the bedroom's here. So I left the bathroom to fall out.
So I have two things.
I think maybe I was trying to get back into bed.
Oh, maybe. I have a theory and I have a question.
Okay.
What do you want first?
The theory.
Okay, I think you're in the bathroom. You pulled out your willy to go pee.
Well, that's not a theory. That happened.
And we have baseball bats in the house. I think Mom got that. Hit you over the head. Placed you on the floor right there. And then jumped back into bed. So she's like, what are you doing? Was all kind of coy about it. And then later on text you if you were sore because she beat your ass.
So
and she's the reason that you were like that.
I don't buy that theory.
Maybe not even a bet. Maybe she just like hit you. I think Mom beat your ass.
You think her lazy ass got out of bed?
That would be a good point.
You know how she gets when she's in bed. She doesn't want to leave.
Yeah, she'll fake being asleep so you can't ask her
Well,
a
that's
question.
what she did. Like, I almost died, and she's like, oh, no, I'm sleeping.
Yeah. And my question is, do we need to get you life alert?
I don't know what that is.
Help by falling and I can't get up?
No, I got up. It's just help I'm falling, maybe. Maybe give me, like, a mat or something.
Well, get a little button and we'll have, like, an alarm in my room next time you faint.
But the fact that I hit the bed, because the bed is solid like wood. Like,
oh, like you hit, like, the side of the bed, not, like, the mattress?
I don't know. She said it was loud and asked if I was sore, so I assume.
Yeah, you sore is a weird response to that. Hey, I fainted. Are you sore?
Well, no, because she knew what happened, even though she didn't do anything. Like,
it's weird, too, that she waited for you to text her about that, too.
Yeah.
You think, like...
Yeah. Very weird.
Yeah, the whole thing is weird.
Yeah. But, and so then then we got all done. I said, well, don't tell Jerome, because I want to tell him when we do our podcast.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So that, like, Taylor knows.
Yeah, now I feel like I'm going to, like, go to bed and be like, oh, I hope he doesn't faint and wake up and he's dead on the floor. It reminds me when you fell, I mean, not the same thing, but when you fell out of bed, it was so easy. You fell out of bed when you had your drunk video, and you busted your head open just from that. Same bed, actually, so that's a dangerous bed.
No, it's a different bed.
Oh, it's not the same?
We got the new one after that.
Oh, is it because you got blood on it?
I don't think so.
But
yeah, I'm good.
It was just you fell out of bed and got that hurt.
Yeah, but see, I was drunk. This one, like,
but you're so dizzy, you might have, you know what I mean?
I was
fucked up. But what I'm saying is, like, falling from straight up hitting the floor, I'm surprised you didn't get fucked up at all. But not even like a cut on you or anything.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're a miracle.
You're
like Jesus.
I thought you were going to say Helen Keller.
Is she a miracle?
That's the name of her movie.
Oh, I didn't know
think.
that.
Miracle Worker, sorry.
Oh, okay.
No, it was very odd. And like when I woke up, I was like, "What the fuck? Did that really happen?"
That's weird.
Yeah.
So you want to get into it? We're bringing back.
Let's bring it back.
Pleeka Help Us. I don't know if we're gonna do this every week, but every once in a while we'll do a Pleeka Help Us again because it got a little stale last time. And then we'll get into Pleeka Pleasures.
You kept Googling brothers having sex with their sisters.
There's no sex in this one, bub. And by the way, I didn't Google that. I Reddited it because you and Taylor gave me those topics.
Whatever.
I asked you guys. Do you want the title to this one? I'm asking you that. If not, I'll just get right into what it is. I think the title's pretty interesting.
Just fucking read me the title then.
My mentally handicapped brother ate his guinea pig alive.
Wow. What?
You want me to read it again?
No.
Okay, so I am at a total loss. My brother is 22 years old, but has the mental capacity of about 8. He has
Whoa.
Yeah?
So 8-year-olds eat guinea pigs?
That's what I thought when I read this. I was like, he has a mental capacity of 8, I mean, I think she's just giving you like, hey, he's got problems.
Yeah, I got that from the title.
He has seizure disorder, autism, and lineage. He has a bunch of problems. It goes on.
Well, he's
So-
hungry.
I guess that's one problem. He was playing something on his Nintendo 64 that I set up for him. I was downstairs playing on my phone. I was sitting, technically babysitting. Oh, I was house sitting, technically babysitting for my parents. Yes, they are in the process of getting him. One of those homes where like people like that. Like it's like I think they have people that constantly come and visit them, make sure everything's going okay and stuff.
Make sure they don't eat a guinea pig.
I guess, yeah. Suddenly, out of nowhere, I hear a hideous scream, inhuman even. I race upstairs to my brother's door. It's shut. Horrifying. I'm pounding on the door, and I keep asking him to open the door, and he won't. I demand he opens it. He won't. So
I don't like where this is going.
she demands that he opens it. He won't. He says, no, I'm busy. I can't open the door. Because he's eating a guinea pig, so he can't.
Did he say, wrong burger?
She didn't say in a mumbling voice, but I have to imagine it would be something like that.
I just picture like legs hanging out of his mouth.
Yeah, he just went. He won't tell me what I heard or what was happening. Freaked out, I raced downstairs to the garage and grabbed my dad's stepladder. I climb up to his window and holy fuck, my brother is hunched over, chewing on his fucking now dead guinea pig. There's blood everywhere.
Wow.
So and I'm not done, but my first question is: do you think this is real?
God, I hope not.
Can you imagine that?
Well, here's the thing. So you run upstairs. You can't open the door. How long does it take to eat a guinea pig? So then you go to the garage.
Well, guinea pigs are pretty actually big. So I think if you just heard the scream and went up there, I'd say a good 10 minutes to eat the guinea pig.
Oh, okay. I guess it's bigger than like a mouse, huh?
Guinea pigs are pretty. Guinea pig is like what Taylor had with Hershey that mom was, or not Hershey, but her mom was smacking, trying to get it back to life.
Yeah. That's how you're jerking off. I'm just picturing like, so you run up, you're in. I don't know. By the way, I don't know how we help this situation. I don't even know.
Oh, I don't think we can.
Okay,
This
so
is just an interesting story I found, but it's in the Reddit r/advice.
so you run up, you knock on the door, first of all, why do you let someone who might eat their guinea pig lock their door?
Yeah, I guess that's how we help. Don't let if you're babysitting someone that has problems like this.
Don't leave
Don't
them in a
le-
room
don't-
with a guinea pig locked.
Yeah, don't let them in a locked room. That'd be the first.
Do you
advice.
think when he turned the key, the guinea pig was like, motherfucker?
He gets up, closes the door. It's like, oh no. That's where the scream came in.
Yeah.
So she goes, I immediately called 911, my parents, and his social worker, and I don't know how to handle this.
911, what are they going to do?
Yeah, I don't know if I'd call 911 for this problem. That's a good point.
I mean, maybe the Humane Society.
Maybe call PETA. He's currently under observation at a mental hospital. Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
good job
My
there.
parents are pissed that I let him do that. Well, it's not her. I mean, she did let the door lock, but, like, she didn't.
But she did say she was babysitting. If you
That's
were
true.
babysitting,
She was downstairs on her phone, and then, like, if
It-
I was babysitting Taylor and she ate her guinea pig, I'd probably get the blame for it.
yeah, for sure.
Maybe not. I mean, maybe they should be focused on a little more with their son that's eating guinea pigs.
Do you remember when you guys were home and Macy was babysitting you and Taylor tried to climb our DVD rack and knock down 3,000 DVDs?
Yeah, I remember jumping out of the way in slow motion as the DVDs fell, and then they piled on top of Taylor and moving them like it was rubble. Like a
And where was the person babysitting you?
Well, okay, so the DVD shelf was here. Taylor was climbing. I was here. As they fell, I jumped past Macy on the couch while she was on. Guess she wasn't on her phone. I just imagined her on her phone because it's
Yeah,
now.
because it wasn't.
She was watching Buffy probably
Yeah,
and got mad at us for probably disturbing Buffy.
yeah.
I remember too when Macy, the last time she ever walked to get me, which when I tell her this story, she says that I'm making it up, but it happened. She was coming to get me, and she has her little Walkman in, probably listening to NSYNC or something, and she just walks right past me.
Yeah, it doesn't.
And I turn around and I go, Macy, and I like tap her, and she turns around all pissed off. She's like, what? Oh, and you walked right past me. And she's like, oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. So when we came home that night, I thought it was funny, and I told you guys. And then you go, okay, well, you're just walking home alone, I guess.
Well, yeah.
So then the rest of the time I walked home with Brian, where his mom gave me a ride, but that just showed she wasn't that great of a babysitter. So I guess, yeah, you're right. She should get the blame for that a little bit.
Yeah, I think so.
So her parents are pissed that I let him do that. And her parents are also pissed that she called 911 over that. So we already discussed that. I'm not sure how to cope with this mentally. I mean, what the hell?
What? Like, does she describe the guinea pig?
Ooh, there is an update. Let me see. I haven't read this. This wasn't updated when I added this. Update. My brother was released Friday afternoon into my parents' custody, and they have already removed all traces of the pet and have temporarily removed his door.
No,
I don't know if it should be temporarily removed. I think it should be probably fully removed.
Hopefully they didn't temporarily remove the pet.
No, that's in his belly. Oh, dude, so he's shit a guinea pig. That's
Well,
interesting.
it's just food.
He will probably get the door back, but not the lock. I think that's a bad move. I'm not sure.
Like, it literally took the kid to eat a guinea pig before they realized that the lock was a bad idea.
And they say if he exhibits any more bad behavior, they're gonna they were requested that they call 911 right away.
They should buy him a snake.
Oh, 'cause he probably won't eat. He goes to take a bite out of a snake. He's fucked.
Yeah. Get him like a big boa constrictor.
Yeah, I have another one on here, but I don't think it's as interesting. So you want to just get right into Pleeka Pleasures?
Sure.
All right. Yeah, Nikki's getting the Pleeka Pleasures.
Jesus Christ.
What's been pleasuring you, big boy?
You.
I'll go first because last week you talked so much that I barely got to bring up things, and then the camera died.
Is that true?
A little bit. You were talking about a story about Madden, and the camera turned off. Not really. Last week, I forgot to mention last week though. I did watch the Black Mirror. I think it's called Bandersnatch.
Oh yeah.
That was really cool. There's still endings that people haven't found, and there's like me and Taylor played it where technically you get all 6 endings, but like you keep going back, and that's kind of the point of the game thing, anyways. So I consider that you just beat it. Like I don't consider that getting different endings because it tells you, hey, click here and go back there. And then once you do that, then you get real credits. So I don't know if I really consider getting all different endings.
Almost seems like work.
It was cool though. It was very interesting. The story wasn't amazing. Like normal Black Mirror episodes are absolutely better, but I think it wasn't about the story. It's about the experience of like playing that, and it was cool and unique.
Right.
And I would like to see more stuff like that from Netflix.
I noticed this morning, I watched something on Netflix. I think it was Dave Chappelle, like a year ago. It brings up your memories.
Mm-hmm.
And I must have checked into it. But then the trailer for the memory was that movie.
Oh, really?
I'm like, what the fuck? Did it just update Netflix or something? Like Netflix gets to choose what they advertise on there? Because it was like Dave Chappelle, but then I had a thing.
Had that, yeah. Are you ever gonna watch that? You watch any Black Mirror or anything?
I don't know. Like I didn't really know anything about it.
I mean, it's kind of hard to explain because every episode's different, but it's normally about like how technology is just gonna fucking kill everybody in different ways. It's usually about stuff like that. Like it's technology gone wrong. But it's very interesting. I really like that show.
I mean, maybe. There's so much shit to watch.
Yeah. But another thing I actually just saw it today is me and Taylor went and saw Escape Room. And I thought that was really well done. It's kind of like what Saw should have been. Like, it's not like gory and
it looked
stuff
halfway
like that.
decent. Not my type of movie, but it looked halfway decent.
It's pretty cool. I don't even know if I would consider it a horror movie. It's just more interesting. One thing I found very weird that they didn't need to do, and I'm wondering why they did, is they open up the movie showing basically right about they show the last survivor, or like what you think, because there's more stuff, but there's twists, and like the last person in the opening of the movie, and you know right off the bat, because like they're all together, so if there's one person, he has to be the end. Going into this thing, and he looks like he's gonna die, and then like there's more to it, but they show that, and then it goes like 6 hours earlier or whatever.
Oh, that's
later
weird.
on. So they didn't, and I felt like, and they cut that scene shorter in the actual movie as they go on. But like, I felt like if they didn't have that scene, it would have got into the escape room. I think they showed that to get the escape room quick, and then you get to know the people, then they go to it. But I think it would have been better if they didn't do that. But other than that, I have no complaints about the movie. It was very good, and they completely set up a sequel and like a villain type thing in the end, and I think it was really cool.
Well, that's cool. I mean, it looked halfway decent. But I'm usually not into those kind of movies.
And like, you know how normally in a movie like that, like they're in a situation, because like each kind of room was set up for each person in a way. And like they start to question how the people even know this, and you don't get that answer. It's like you won't know until the sequel and stuff. Like you get some kind of stuff, but not fully.
Oh, right.
But you can, at least to me and Taylor, it wasn't really predictable who was gonna die.
Do you think
in what
Escape Room
situations.
3 will suck?
Chances are probably. But I think Escape Room 2 has the possibility of being good because they set it up so good in this. Like, it won't seem like, oh, they just did this because
What
they
if
did
that's
well.
the first movie, well, actually, second movie to be Escape Room 2 Electric Boogaloo?
Oh, if they did that, it would be a hit off right off the bat.
I might go see it if they do that.
But then last thing that I've done, at least I think, is
That's all you did all week? We saw one movie?
Well,
2 movies?
Well, I saw the other one last week. But I watched all of Series of Unfortunate Events, Season 3. And
Oh, I thought it was season 2. It's season 3.
no, it's season 3, and there's only 7 episodes in season 3. But I thought it was really good. I think I wanna. I'm not gonna do it right away because we just watched that. But I think it'd be better if you watch it all in one because there's kind of mysteries intertwined, and they brought on the back a lot of stuff from season 1, but I haven't seen that in like 2 years, so
Yeah.
it's kind of weird. Deadpool's girlfriend's in it. I can't think of her name. Marina Baccarin, I think.
Maybe, yeah.
But I thought it was really good. It's funny as the ending happened. Me and Taylor were like, "Is that how the book ends?" I feel like it was different. And I googled it and I looked it up and I was like, "Oh, it's like literally the exact same thing as the book."
Oh, right.
So that was pretty cool. But everybody in that show is good.
Why would you and Taylor question how the book ended if you needed?
Well, because we looked it up before. Because we knew some things already. Like we just heard because people we knew read it too.
But you didn't finish the books, right?
Yeah, no. We both got like right to the end. And then like we both thought we didn't really care about it spoiling stuff because like the end isn't really the point of the show. That like
No.
wondering stuff.
But I mean, like, why do you even care if you didn't read it?
we're just interested. Just like in Game of Thrones, like I'll be interested when the book ends, how different that is from the show. Just because I find that interesting, the differences between. But yeah, I can't think of anything else that I was really into this week that I was watching.
You played a lot of Red Dead.
Played a lot of Red Dead. You should go check out. I did another Red Dead video. I'm trying to do like one a week.
I really want to start playing it.
It's a lot of fun. There's a lot to that game though.
The problem is, once again, I've
But,
put
like-
so much time into Madden. Like, I don't want to.
I mean, like,
I'm almost done.
because you're not gonna get any more achievements in Madden, right?
There's 100-point achievement I never got.
Oh, see, and to me at least, if I play Madden like how you are now, I'd be like, well, eventually I'm gonna quit, and this team isn't gonna matter to me anyways. So might as well play this game that's popular now and fun now.
It's
but before anything else comes out that you're gonna want to play.
It's hard though because there's a challenge to win 125 games online.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've won, but I don't usually play online. Usually I'm just like
You didn't do that till late in the game.
Well, I started early, but then like they have series, like they're in series 4 now, and that
Mhm.
doesn't end till like after the Super Bowl. But series 1 I played a little bit, and then I played hardly at all in series 2 or 3, and now 4 I've played a lot. So I have like 83 wins or something like that.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm getting there. But when I get there, I'll get like almost 1 million coins.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've done everything else. And I don't want to not finish that.
I can see those little challenges. That's more like it's kind of like Call of Duty, where you were just playing
Yeah.
online to get that stuff. That makes
Yeah.
sense. And this Red Dead is because you know how normally I complain about this is like I feel like once I start doing a game and a video, I can't play the game unless I'm recording it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not doing that with Red Dead because I wouldn't beat the game until like 2020 if I did it that way. Because I would film.
You might not anyway.
I'd film once a week and doing that. So like now, what basically my goal with the video is just make an entertaining video while I'm playing Red Dead, not to show people the story. Because plus it's been out for a while anyways. Most people probably already know the ending.
Right.
Only interesting part to me is to see what ending I get. Because like you get in, I think it's called honor. I don't know, whatever. You get good points or bad points throughout the game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anyone's actually done neutral yet, as far as I know. But there's a good ending and a bad ending.
Mm.
I'm probably gonna get the bad ending because it's fun being an asshole.
Yeah, that's what I
but
would
like,
do.
and also like see my reaction to the end too.
Mm-hmm.
But so I like how I was with Crash. I would only play the game when I recorded it, and then eventually I got sick of it, and then our computer was fucked up anyway. So then I ended up not even doing that all on YouTube.
Yeah.
But I've decided like I'm just gonna play and I'll record when I record.
Yeah, I was looking if I got 6,300 achievements a month, I could get to 300,000 at the end of the year.
Oh.
So I was kind of thinking about that, but now here
Have you,
it's already the 5th of January. I haven't got a single
Have
achievement.
you thought about getting a Pleeka tattoo yet?
Not much.
Oh.
Have you?
I mean, just as much as we talked about beforehand.
Well, then what the hell?
I don't know. I thought maybe you had an idea.
No, I have no idea. It was all you.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool. And interesting. So we start doing our vlog now. I think that'd be an interesting video for that.
Yeah, we'd have to go somewhere where they'd let us record stuff.
Yeah, but I don't think that'd be hard to do.
Record it?
I think
or
if you just do it, they don't mind. See, the thing is, like last time, because like Mom recorded Taylor's and Mom recorded part of Macy's too, and then Mom was just gonna record by name. Because if you just do it, like they're not gonna stop you, especially because the guy's focused. But literally, right as you did it, Chris goes, "Hey, he's got a YouTube channel. Do you mind if we film all this?" And the guy's like, "Oh, I don't. I would actually prefer if you didn't." And then we're like, "Well, why the fuck would you bring it up?" Because like Mom already did it for everybody else, so then she didn't get to get mine. Like she got a couple pictures, and that was it. So I think for the most part, if you just do it, because I've seen videos people they just go in a place, get a tattoo, and film it anyways. But so like we didn't get to film that stuff for that.
God, what? That's what you get for going with him.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But anything else you want to talk about on Unearthly Duo, boy?
Well, yeah. I got into a death pool this week. It's interesting. So there's 10 of us in it. We all picked 4 celebrities.
Did any of you pick Ryan Reynolds?
No.
Because I feel like that's only you should do that in a Deadpool.
No, because the point is for them to die.
Oh, see, I would want to be funny.
See, I'll tell you who I got right now. Hang on.
I also do you at any point do you feel like I picking this person, but if they die, I'm gonna feel like an asshole because I'm profiting off their death.
No.
See, I feel like I would feel that
Now,
way.
I was in one a couple years ago and I picked Muhammad Ali. Or as you call him, Muhammad Dali.
Did you do that on purpose?
I didn't, actually.
You just brought that up on purpose.
No, I didn't.
That was in our vlog. Yeah. I had to think about if that was in this one or in the next one coming up. But yeah, that was out.
Is it? Oh, it isn't the one that currently. No,
Yeah.
I didn't. No, because I like him, and then I was like, oh, if he dies, I'll be pissed.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't, so it didn't matter. But now he is dead.
You
so.
should have picked him the year after or whatever.
So I have. Everyone has 4 people.
Mm-hmm.
I have Bob Barker. He's 95.
He's not dead?
He's 95 years old.
Wow, I thought he'd be dead.
I have Beverly Clearly.
Beverly Clearly. Woo!
No.
That's who
She's
I
100
want. That's who you want
Do you
to
not-
die.
You don't know who she is?
No.
She's a writer,
Oh.
author. She's 102.
Jesus Christ.
And I have Carol Channing.
Who's that?
I believe that's the girl that's singing, "This is the song that never ends."
Oh, okay.
I think. She's 97.
Oh, you got some old ass people on there.
Everybody, I feel like.
And then don't you have Pete Davidson on
and
your
then
list?
Pete Davidson, he's 25.
That's the sad one.
I actually would feel bad.
I don't.
I don't really think he's going to die, but I
I
wanted to
don't
pick
think so
someone
either.
young. I almost picked Artie Lang.
Oh, he'd be a good person to have on. You never know with him. Wasn't he? Didn't he have heart problems last year or something like
Yeah,
that?
and he's doing so many drugs.
Yeah.
I find it's just interesting. There's
See, it would be interesting, but I also at the same if the person I picked did die, I would feel like a dick.
Well, see, here's the thing. So my mom texted me in this group text with 11 people in it. And she's like, oh, we're going to start a Deadpool, everybody. And everyone's like, I'm in. Actually, I was the first to say I'm in because they've been on me for a while. They wanted to do it because we did one a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But I honestly think there was probably 6 or 8 of us, and we picked 4 people, and none of them died.
Well, you guys are really bad at this.
Yeah. So, but I'm like, yeah, whatever. So, and they got Eddie, my uncle, to be in charge of it.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like keeping track, and like he picked the order that we picked and everything. So, but one of them backed out, so there's 10 people. But the whole time they're discussing this and this group text, I'm texting my mom, and I'm like, hey, like this, hey, because I wanted to get you in it.
Mm-hmm.
And she just didn't. And then like the next day, she's like, oh, I didn't see all these texts. Guys, she must have just kept her phone on that group text.
Mm-hmm.
I think she was a little tipsy, too, because some of her responses to Eddie were like, okay, Eddie, when do we start? And she's like, Jesus Christ. We actually did pick pretty fast. I was kind of impressed.
Mm-hmm.
But my sister took Demi Lovato.
That's an interesting and sad one.
Yeah.
That one, I wouldn't put that on my list.
She, when she did it in the group text, I sent her an emoji that was like,
Oh, wow.
and then she texted me back, like, privately. She's like, she's a druggie. And I'm like, no, I think it's a decent pick.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I'm in a death
That's
pool.
interesting. So, like, anytime a celebrity dies, now you're going to, like, go through, like, okay, no one had that person.
Yeah,
whatever.
I totally have the list on my phone.
That's fine.
I mean, I'll probably know.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, like, there's Bob Dole, Kurt Russell is not Kurt Russell, Kirk Douglas. He's 102. He's Michael Douglas's father.
Yeah, there's a lot of people on your list that, like, are very old, so it'd be surprising if they didn't. So how do you win that? Is it everybody on your list has to die, or
It's just whoever has the most, I think.
has the most deaths in a
The
year?
dumb thing, so here's the thing. So there, like, I looked up rules because, like, if Bob Barker dies, he's 95. Like, if he's been alive for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But if Pete Davidson did,
Yeah.
you should get bonus
You
points.
should
for
get
that.
more for picking someone like that. That's
So,
that's
but
like
here's
questionable.
why I like the whole game, even though it's a little disturbing.
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood. which someone picked him, by the way.
Mhm.
And I got mad, dude. I was like, you dick.
No,
He's
he
in
can't
the
die. He's got a movie coming out this
he's
year.
in the movie Deadpool,
Mm-hmm.
but not.
Deadpool.
Yeah, it's the Deadpool. But it's he's investigating these murders, and people are killing people on the Deadpool
Oh,
list.
because of the Deadpool.
Yeah,
Oh, that's interesting.
and I'm
That's a
pretty.
good idea for a movie.
And I think Jim Carrey's one of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think he gets killed in it, and then he's investigating it, and
Oh, I should watch that. I've never seen that.
it's like one of the. I always like in my head. I'm like, oh, that's because he's Dirty Harry.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, oh, that's one of those good Dirty Harry movies. And then when I watch, I'm like, yeah, this wasn't a great Dirty Harry movie.
Oh, really?
Like I love the first Dirty Harry movie. I mean, how many
Mhm.
times have I made you watch that?
I don't know, but I know more than once.
Yeah, and I just love that movie. It's too long, but it's
Mhm.
really good. And the other ones aren't so hot, but I think that's the last one, and so that's always what I associate it with.
Oh, okay. We should probably wrap up the podcast because we're getting a little long.
Do you
I don't
have-
mean
do you have-
I don't mean in an actual wrapping paper.
Oh,
But yeah, thanks for watching and or listening to Unearthly Duo this week. We had fun talking about Game of Thrones theories and whatnot. If you want to hear more from us about Game of Thrones, you can go check out Random Ramblings. Please like, subscribe, comment down below any theories you had on Game of Thrones or anything we talked about
or
this
Random
week.
Ramblings.
Yeah, or yeah. But yeah, see you guys next week for more Unearthly Duo.
And the next thing I know, I wake up at the foot of the bed.